So I guess I'm just in a mood for recording, so just going to try to keep on doing all these tonight. Moving on to the second type of game that will be played in the Ascension 4-player tournament coming up is DreamRealms. So it's the middle of the night. So, I had a conversation with Turtler a month or two ago about Stalk the Shadows with Arbiter Sensor as kind of a combo-y sort of thing that can happen. We were kind of going over the cards and, what we select in Dreamscape, and I think at the time I was kind of undervaluing the Arbiter Sensor, so I'm going to go ahead and take those and try to showcase that card a little bit here. I still haven't really played with the card a lot. I don't know that I'm really ready to start going in on heavies yet, but maybe I am, because I got an early... Yeah, I think I'm going to, because Adayu's on the board, and I'm going to try and hold on to this Ritualist until I can use it to help me with beating the Adayu. Because I think, although that's not necessarily an Arbiter Sensor type strategy, I think that is a way to get, pretty far ahead pretty quickly. I think an early Adayu is basically, it's pretty hard to beat. It's the best hero in the game, for one. So, yeah, just gonna buy some heavies, and I'm going to try to make Adayu happen. There's no monsters I'm going to be able to beat with this forehand. Okay, so meanwhile, he's bought a construct and then bought himself some heavies. I'm going to go ahead and buy one more heavy just in case I don't get it this time around, as it does not look like I will. I may buy a Mystic now. Why? Let's just keep buying heavies. I am showcasing the power strategy. I have the sensors. Hopefully I'll find a way to create some insight. I could take the Wailing Spectre or the Crab, but I just don't really want to. I want my Ephemeral Ritualist more than that, so I could take the Crab, I guess. It makes him draw that card again. Tough calls here. I'm not going to. I felt like that, well... He's going with some heavies. The other side of it is he could get lucky and draw the hand and actually beat Adayu before I get back to the Ritualist. So I may need to be thinking about, do I need to pick something else up to have a shot at winning? I don't know. I mean, I think the odds are still pretty much on my side as long as I keep the Ritualist. I'm going to go ahead and at this point buy one Mystic and, okay. So now I wish I had gone ahead and gone for it, because now I have the hand that can beat the Adayu, but I didn't know that was going to be the case, and I'm going to hope he doesn't have the hand. Okay. So, excellent. One good thing about this is the Stalk the Shadows is going to be there to help me if somehow I run out of monsters to kill in the center row with all these heavies. But now I have Adayu, so now I will do what I can to add some cards that have factions to my deck also, especially like the Enlightened faction if I can get them to draw some cards. Nothing wrong with a Disciple, and I'll buy a second Mystic. I'm going to try to kind of even out a little bit here, because these monsters may start to disappear with all the heavies that both of us have already bought. I have to try to find a way to leverage the Adayu into a win now, so that's the challenge ahead of me. I'll take one more Mystic. So now I have 3 Mystics, 5 heavies. I've loaded up pretty heavy, as it were. So I'm not going to draw the Adayu a lot, it appears. And that's the concern. That Imri Shadow Slayer, though, is... Oops. Accidentally switched games there. Trying to look at my Dreamscape cards. If I can get the sensors, I mean, if there had been insight in this game, then maybe, we might be in a different realm than we're in right now. Right now, though, it's looking kind of back and forth, sort of, who draws the right cards to take out their key monsters at the right time at this point. Crab is fine. I have nothing against beating a crab right now, and I'm going to go one more Mystic here, trying to kind of create... There's a lot of big rune cards on the board right now, and no insight, so Emery would create the insight, and there's still a long way to go in this game. So, kind of going even splits. This game hasn't really been like the deck builder stream that, I usually kind of look for. It's been more of a kind of brutal, we fought over a Dayu. I went first, so I had the advantage to get it, and I got it. And now we're going to see if it pays off enough to win. And I'll take another Mystic. I don't think I'm going to be thinning the deck down enough to make a difference at this point. Now, I could... What should I go for here? I could take the Delver. I don't... The unfortunate thing is the Adayu is going to draw a card, and so I'm not going to be drawing it again on this next go-round. So maybe I take the Arbiter Sensor for free before I shuffle. I think that seems pretty reasonable. It's not a huge play with the Tyrant, but, it's what I have. It's what I have. I could have taken the Stalk the Shadows, but there's nothing super exciting that I would necessarily be able to get. So, at least now I have the potential to draw the Sensor, and that might pay off. And now I will max value, because the odds of drawing through the deck again aren't particularly high. So unfortunately, what I got to do with Adayu was exactly just its basic text one time. A rune, a power, an honor, and draw a card. So, not bad. Maybe not as game-breaking as it is most times. But, it is what it is. So, this game, very brutal. Maybe there were different ways to go at it. Maybe could have played more conservative with how many heavies I added, but I did want to get the Adayu, but then once I got it, the game kind of, they kind of spiraled towards the conclusion, as these games are wont to do when both players start buying a bunch of heavies at the beginning. I guess I was kind of hoping that he would not do that, that he might see, the advantage that I looked to have it with it and try to do something different. But probably it was pretty reasonable for him to make the choice that he made, and just kind of take his chances on, because right now it looks like he has a pretty decent shot of actually winning this game. It's at least very close. And so I'll take this. It's 4 for 3. And, one more and I would have insight. So I still missed out on having any insight. Neither of us had any insight this game. So far, neither of us have had any insight. Don't know if that's going to change or not. It's the random dream game where there aren't any actual. There's no dreaming going on. I got a sensor for free that I'm probably not going to. Well, I may draw before the game ends. It's close. It's close, because you have to remember, I used some of my power to acquire a hero in Adayu. So I've actually basically acquired about as much in-game honor as he has. So it's just very, very close. We'll just see what happens at the end. He got some insight there. Got 2 1 insight for 1 honor constructs. Ascara armor. It's the best use for that card. And I'll take the Scryer. It's the most probably useful card that I can find at this point. And I'd really love to have an insight so that I could use my Stalk the Shadows on the last turn. Because if I can get that, well, it's only a monster in the center row. I thought there was a discussion that worked with monsters from the void. It's just that the two cards have uses in the same deck. But still, if I could beat... I'd like to be able to beat a center row monster at least with my sensor here and pick up a couple honor with it. I would like to have the insight to Stalk the Shadows to take out, like, I could take out the Gremlin and then maybe the Tide Stalker, or even bigger if I see some more power off of the Gremlin would be an option. Okay. So what did he steal from me? He stole the Stalk the Shadows, but with no insight to use it at this moment. And unfortunately, the game is going to end, and I may just be on the wrong side of this. There's no real incentive for me to hold back there other than just hoping he won't have power. But the odds are pretty good that he would. Well, he didn't have very much, but... So yeah, he came out just a little bit ahead. He's challenging the rematch, so he'll be my other DreamRealms game, and I'll see you all back here for that one. Thanks for watching.